Thanks for taking a few minutes to learn about an amazing new technology that can afford you and your family and your friends a high quality of life and a way to stay safe in today's environment. We're going to talk about a proprietary and patented technology called Active Pure, and I'm going to show you how it works, how it's different from other technologies, and also how you can save some money with this particular technology. Currently, there are three items that would be very good for yourself and your family. The first is the Fresh Air Mobile, and this product is designed to be mobile, and it will fit in your car. You can take it to when you get your hair cut, or you want to visit with some friends and have that clean air available. You can take this with you, and it'll provide clean air for you and those that you're visiting with. The Fresh Air Personal is wonderful when you are out and about and you want to be in a store or you're going to be around people, and it allows you to have that extra protection of needlepoint ionization with this product. The last product is the Air and Surface Pro, and this product is for your home, and I'm going to talk about this mainly today to show you how amazing adding this to your home and to your life can be. So as we know, over time, the quality of our air has, gotten worse. More cars on the road, and unfortunately, and according to the American Lung Association, there are a lot of consequences to breathing air that is polluted. And you can see the list here on the left. And basically, we know about all these things. And a lot of times we don't think about these things, because when you can't see something that is harming you, you're not always going to take precautions until you actually have a result of like air pollution, like asthma or sinus infections or even any kind of lung disorder. All of a sudden you begin to think about clean air and what it might do to help you with your illness. So part of this presentation is to take a proactive approach to your health and to providing clean air to maybe prevent some of these things from happening. So as you can see, this lady is breathing, and this is something we can't see, but obviously it looks like a virus, and she's sick, and those of us that are around her are exposed to this and could potentially also get sick. The other thing to talk about, though, and I didn't realize this until I got into this business, is that indoor air pollution is sometimes 2 to 5 times higher on the indoor environment than outdoors. And so we're breathing but can't see things like mold, bacteria, smoke, chemicals, dust, and it goes on and on. And the other element is our homes are now much more energy efficient. And because of this, you are actually sealing in pollution. So things have changed, and we do have to worry about what we can't see. And then there's the contamination of surfaces. I mean, obviously we use lots of Lysol, and especially now, any kind of cleansers trying to keep our surfaces clean of viruses and bacteria. And this particular unit not only cleans the air, but it cleans surfaces, and we are the only ones that can do that. And I'll tell you about the technology in a second that makes this happen. And once again, down here you can actually see where some of these things hang out for quite some time. Your viruses on your clothes for almost half a day. You think your refrigerator is safe, but that's even like a month. Viruses can live in your refrigerator. So let's talk about the original solution. That's what I call it. And it's called a passive or capture-based solution. And what happens is this is a HEPA-based system, and most everything out there today is HEPA filter based, and I'm sure we've all heard of that. And the way it works is it actually pulls air from the ambient room, and it has to work its way back into the unit, It's pulled through a series of filters, and the contaminants get trapped. The air that comes out is clean. But the issue with that is that it takes time for all of this to happen. And when the particles are trapped in the filters, based on the type of unit that you have, some of these trapped viruses are not killed. So if you happen to clean the filter while the viruses are still active, you could possibly get sick. Also, if the unit kills the viruses, you have to make sure that the chemical that they're using is safe for you and your family. So that's the passive system. And most everything out there and available today uses this type of technology. So let's turn the table back for a second and figure out where this amazing technology came from. And if you go back to the 1990s, the space shuttle program was having a problem with clean air. They couldn't grow vegetables. Their testing was not working properly. They finally identified that they had to really produce absolutely clean air to have successful testing on the shuttle. So they developed for this clean air an active pure technology. And then in 2015, NASA was decommissioned, and they started providing all of these different technologies like Teflon, and we've heard a lot of them through the years. They started to sell these to industry so that the technology could be used to better all of humankind. And in 2016, Eris actually purchased the Active Pure technology, and Eris is actually a division of Vollara. And they put their technology in their air purifier, and it's a system they've been actually selling since 2001, and they modified it to include this new proprietary technology. After a year, they were inducted into the Space Technology Hall of Fame, and only 70 companies in the last 30 years have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. But they did so well with this product. They changed the environment for people in their homes that they earned this designation. It is also a certified space technology as well. So let's take a look at the Active Pure technology. It's basically the unit pulls in water molecules and oxygen molecules and transforms them in the Active Pure cell, and they are released as charged particles. And these charged particles actually move out of the machine traveling at 1,200 feet per second. So if you think about it, if you push the button, the start button on the Air and Surface Pro, within 3 seconds in a home that's less than 3,000 square feet, the entire home will have these charged particles out there, and what they do is these charged particles and oxidizers, they actually are what I like to call a seek and destroy type of process. And that is the way these charged particles can not only clean the air, but they can also clean the surfaces because they go out and look for the contaminants, the bacteria, the viruses, and everything that you're trying to get rid of so that you can be left with absolutely clean air. And just know that when you push that button and you fill the home with charged particles and oxidizers, in 1 hour you will be breathing contaminant 99.98% contaminant-free air in your home. It will take a little longer for the surfaces, but in 1 hour, this amazing technology brings you into your home already a higher quality of life with clean air. This is a little bit more complicated view of the Active Pure cell and the technology. I'm going to leave you today with a document that explains all of this in detail. It's a little bit complicated, but it is rocket science, so evidently you would probably expect this. But on your own, you can go ahead and read this, and of course we can follow up with any questions that you have. Now this is really important slide because what this says is the milestones that the Active Pure technology have posted this year are really important. In June of this year, as you can see, they were cleared by the FDA as a Class 2 medical device. And this is really important because what it does is it validates the science of our active pure technology. It validates it for use in hospitals and says that it will help people and cure or eliminate the contaminants in a hospital in a safe way. And then in October of this year, only about 5 or 6 weeks ago, the Air's parent company to Vollara, which they tested the hydroxyl blaster, which is our unit over here, and were able to kill on the surfaces the actual COVID virus in 7 hours, 99.98% complete. So that's another very, very important element of this technology. It will allow you to not have to buy chemicals and Lysols and different types of things to clean surfaces. And in hospitals, this is also really important because they spend a lot of time cleaning surfaces in hospital manually. And this is working constantly, 24/7. So let's take a look at comparing the old and the new technology. Obviously over here on the Air and Surface Pro, the new technology, as you can see, we have a lot of green arrows because they're the only ones that have the active pure technology. They clean surfaces. They actually seek and destroy contaminants in a real-time situation without having to pass through the back end of a HEPA filter unit. Their filters are very affordable, and we're going to talk about that in a second. And the average house in the United States is 2,400 square feet. So what that means is the average house can be covered with one unit, and others require multiple units. And I'm going to talk a little bit in a second about how you can save energy on your utilities. And of course, you not only save on disinfectants, but you are going to have fewer chemicals in your home, which we know over time, and we've learned that chemicals are not good for us. And if we can get rid of most of it in our home, it just makes it a more healthy environment and hopefully provides a better quality of life. So if you take a look at this slide, the retail price, when you look at this column, you can see that the Air and Surface Pro is the most expensive. And you're going to say, wow, that's going to be a little bit difficult to justify that expense. But let's take a look at the differences. One of them is coverage, which we already talked about. Unfortunately, when you have to pull air in from the room to the back end of a unit, it can only work in a smaller area of square feet. So you can see the average amount of square feet one unit will cover is around 1,000 or a little more square feet. And then you take a look at our unit, the Air and Surface Pro, and it covers 3,000 square feet. So here's where the difference comes in. You're going to have to buy multiple units to equal one of the Air and Surface Pro. And so then if you take a look at what you're going to spend just to get started, you're already over what you're going to pay for one Air and Surface Pro. And the filter costs, HEPA filters are expensive and they have to be changed fairly frequently. And when you take a look down here at the Air and Surface Pro, this should last you around a year, one filter, and it's $30. So when you take a look at the end of the year, your first investment is a lot more expensive by far than the Air and Surface Pro. And then remember, as you go forward, year 2, year 3, year 4, you're investing a lot of money to clean your air, and it's not even going to take care of the surfaces for you. So at the end of the day, we've talked about, no chemicals or disinfectants are needed. You're going to save on energy. And one of the things that happens with the energy is it's always a lot easier and less expensive to heat clean air versus contaminated air. And if your HEPA filter gets dirty and it's hard for the air to move through the HEPA filter, it will actually cause a drag on your HVAC system. And as a result, you are going to actually have an increase in your energy costs. I like to think about the people that I've put units in that have allergies, your annual sinus infection, and they are getting well from these types of problems. And many of them are taking expensive medications. So the good thing is you can also save on medications. This is something that we can put on a door of your home or a door of your business or your restaurant. And basically what you're doing, this is what I call a badge of responsibility. And it shows the people that are coming into your home or your business that you've taken the extra effort and time to reduce over 99.9% of viruses, bacteria, mold on surface and in the air for your facility. It's going to help your patrons feel better, and you can meet with your family and your friends in your home and be safe. And I think this is an important part of moving forward with the environment that we live in today. So this is a slide because Vollara and Eris actually make a lot of different products. Nutritional products, products for not only air, which we've been talking about, but water and other types of products. And when you take a look at the 9 foundations of a healthy building, they're trying to address as much as they can to make people safe in this today's environment. So if you take a look, Vollara has already solved 5 out of 9 of these issues. They're very aggressive in adding new technologies, and they also, which I didn't mention, they ship products all over the world and are recognized all over the world for the quality of their products and the impact that they have on us. So my question is, are you ready to take the next step? I would like to offer you to try this technology for free for a couple days in your home. And because when you bring this into your home, within a few hours, you're actually going to experience the feeling of clean air. And what we like to say in the business is that means breathing is believing. So once again, with our technology, you're going to protect what you care about. And today, in an environment in 2020, I think this is a huge thing that is a great benefit for you and your family and your friends. Thanks for watching.